Hi guys, my name is Matt, aka Ihrme. Welcome back to World of Warcraft. Now, the next 5 episodes of this series are going to be slightly different to normal. And the reason they're going to be different is because I managed to make a complete hash of this. And instead of recording my gameplay volume and my microphone as normal, I managed to actually split them out and resulted in getting just game audio. Now, I could go into detail why that happened, but it's kind of irrelevant. So instead, what I'm going to do is try and do voiceover for this whole entire series, and which will result in bits like this, where we are paused, and that's to let me get caught up and keep everything on track. Great. So the first quest we have here is Back from the Dead. Quest test goes like this. Colorful size. My sister tries my patience sometimes. No matter, I've identified a few locations that our parents might be. I shall search in this area with Callistra. You've already helped us so much. Would you help us look to the east? You can use my scrying orb to see the locations that our ritual has uncovered. So now we're going to accept that quest. We're going to run over to the scrying orb. We're going to struggle to click on it a little bit. And once we've clicked on it, the game is going to pan around and we're going to see. So firstly, we got some night elves being stuck by murlocs, by looks. We then have some night elves being trapped by a giant, whatever one of those is. I'm not 100% sure. And thirdly, we got some night elves stuck from some Naga. So those are 3 targets we need to try and capture. What we're doing now, we're having a bit of a run around. We're going to mount up. And we have a quest over here to pick up with our friend Lord I can't remember what his name is. That's fine. Well, let's pick up this quest and let's see what we got to do. So we've got here the quest, the Walk of Shame. The echoes of Narthlas still haunt me, and I cannot bear the pain of this accursed town any longer. I may still be able to get you closer to the Tidestone, however. Ferondus' eyes narrow in newfound determination. We will need to skirt around the edge of town. Follow me. Ferondus. Ferondus is the name of our friend. Okay, so we're gonna accept that. We're gonna tell Ferondus we were ready to go, and he's gonna help us go and get closer to the Tidestone, which is in the that sort of tower building that we saw. Following Ferondus here. And we get attacked by our first mobs, and we're kind of surprised to see how powerful Ferondus is. He really does most of this fighting for us. He calls in those abilities there. He's very sorry about that, but he is incredibly powerful. Again, we get attacked again, and at this point we're kind of realizing that Ferondus is going to do most of the work. You can see that sort of fire spell he calls in there really did do a number on those attackers. We're continuing to follow Ferondus. We're keeping an eye on this tower or this gun thing in front of us, because is it going to attack us? Are we going to aggro it? Seems we can actually run straight past it, which is good. Ferondus can do this on his own, although he quite clearly can, because he's doing a pretty good job on his own. And now we can hand that quest in. So let's do that. So that says, the prince appears emotionally drained. This is the end of the road for me. I cannot bear to look at them. Moreover, my mere presence puts you in danger. Beyond this point, you must walk alone. Okay, so this leads us into the quest into the academy. The sunken structure on the other side of the bridge was once called Narthlas Academy, the center of magic studies in all of Azeroth. You should have seen her in her full splendor. The Tidestone should be locked up within. I dare not enter, but you, my champion, you go with my blessing. So we mount up, we fly into the academy. We can avoid all the mobs outside. So I think I'm deciding whether I should do the quest to help the night elves there, but decide against it. One's protected by the murlocs. We're just on the other side. In we go down into the academy. We're wondering, are we going to aggro some mobs? Turns out no. We're okay. Keeping an eye on this one in case it aggroes. But again, it's okay. Yep, that one's also not... Oh, gone the wrong way there. Down the stairs we go. Impeccable aim as usual. Okay, interesting. And here we go. We can hand this quest in. So that's a simple new student, which I guess we kind of are. And that leads us onto the quest, dressing with class. Now stop right there, look at you. You look like you just walked in off the street, which I did. Wear your robes and a hat. And don't tell me you've entered the academy without your wand and spellbook, freshman. Put yourself together and maybe then I will consider letting you into my academy. Okay, sounds good. As we run away, you realize there's another quest there, or I haven't quite realized it, but I will in a second, I think. Oh no, I don't. I don't realize. We got to pick up our book, so we collect our spell book. We attempt to collect our mage hat, although that doesn't look like it actually triggered. It's kind of a little bit disappointing. Again, we're looking at these mobs, wondering if we're going to aggro them. Seems like we can just skip by them, so that's good. Where's this piece that we're looking for? This must be some... No? Well, is it in the chest? No. Chest gives us all the resources. We actually have to take the clothes off a sleeping... sleeping wizard. A little bit odd. So now we have everything we want. Get a little bit stuck trying to climb over. We're looking for one more piece, I think. Oh, our magic wand, which... I mean, it's a pretty girthy wand. It's more of a staff for a gnome. And so we have everything now apart from the wizard hat. But we already looted that, didn't we? Yeah. We thought we had at least. So where is it? It's behind us, isn't it? It was here. I think we're a bit confused. We don't understand what's going on. Where is it? It's behind us, yeah. Alright, okay, there it is. So this time we try and loot it again. And we get invalid target. So did we get invalid target last time? Then we must have, but... I don't know if it's just like a bug or something, but for whatever reason we can't seem to loot this hat. Spawns for a third time. And this time we are actually able to loot it, so that's good. Now we can go hand that in, and we realize that we missed a quest, which is hit the books. So hit the books. The librarian speaks in a shushed tone. One problem with maintaining such a large arcane library is the books often pick up errant enchantments and start darting about on their own. These overmagic books need to be destroyed before they cause any further damage. So we can check the rewards. They're both upgrades, but I think we'll probably take that belt, as that seems to be the bigger one. We aren't going to handle that question yet, but we're going to zip up and fight the books, which we were slightly concerned would aggro before. Opening up with Pyroblast as usual. You would think books would take increased magical damage, but obviously that's not how this game works. We do have an extra 225% buff there, so we almost one hit that mob, which is pretty good. We loot. We realize we don't have arcane intellect, which is no good. We're missing. It's 20. Is it 10 or 20% buff? Let's kill this third book. We need another 1 or 2. Oh no, we're all done. So we nip back down. And which quest are we going to hand in first? So first is hit the books. Don't worry about the scattered pages and spines. I'll have my aids cleaned up. Thank you. You may return to your studies. Just mulling over which reward we want. I think we're gonna take the belt, if that's... Yeah, we take the belt because it's the biggest upgrade. And then, yeah, let's apply that. And then the second quest, let's hand that one in. Your hat and robes don't match, but you still look much better. I hardly recognize you. We get this toy, but we complete that quest. And we can move on. Next we have the Haunted Halls. Now, what is it that you wanted? You're here to see the Tidestone of Golganath. Haha. Ho ho. Yeah, that's enough laughing. Who am I? No, only the Academy's headmistress has the key to that chamber, and she hasn't opened the door in, oh, I'd say, about 10,000 years. Best be off to class now. Go on then, into the West Wing with you. So, off we pop. We take off the enchantment, the West Wing, and we head down the stairs in our new wizard hat and robe. running down. And into this chamber, we have to hand this quest in. And it says, yes, the headmistress is in her study, but I can't have you bothering her right now. Class is about to start. Next we have Wanding 101. We'll start with some wand work. You have your wand with you? Good. I've set up a number of targets around the hall. Use your wand to hit as many as you can, and no point blank shots. That's cheating. So off we pop. Our first shot is as a miss, and we're upsetting somebody. And now we can start spinning around and shooting. It turns out we don't have to be all that accurate by the looks, because, well, some of our shots are a bit more wayward. Like that one didn't go straight through, but it counts. Having a bit of bother finding the targets, but that's 6 out of 10, is it? One's hiding behind the pillar here. Grab that one. That's 7. A couple more respawning. There we go. Burning through them now. Oh, and we realize we can get 2 in 1. We shoot. We score. So let's go hand that one in. And the completion for that is... it looks like we're out of time for today's wand practice. Go on then, off to your next class. Okay, so what do we have next? So we go pick up our next quest, which is Study Hall Combat Research. What's this? A new confused student desperately trying to win favor of the headmistress, wandering the halls with anything to do. Perfect. I need help with my research. I'm writing a paper on combat. Grab me some books from the shelves over there. Okay, so let's grab some books. I think there's a couple of them we need to grab. Now, these whole quests seem to be kind of reminding me of Hogwarts, Harry Potter. I think I forgot to mention it, but there was a couple of characters on the way in, which seem to have very similar names to Filch and Miss Norris from Harry Potter, who obviously the caretaker and the caretaker's cat. I think we had a little bit of trouble there hunting out the book and trying to understand what we do, but basically we found a book, and then we need to put it down, and then we're going to do some combat. So the first combat we had was against a kobold. So that was, we had to find Encyclopedia Azkunka, a bit like the Encyclopedia Britannica or whatever. Anyway, we do that. We kill the kobold, which spawns, and then we have to go find a second book. This time on courtship rituals of the Scrog. So we spotted pretty quickly this time. We loot it, and we take it back to the platform. And again, we go inside the book. This kind of reminds me of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, where he goes inside the book with obviously the old-timey lens kind of filter on the screen. Anyway, we'll find this Scrog. He's got seems to have a bit of chunk of health. We're only about 50 percentage, and he's taking a little bit of killing, but it's okay. Our health is looking relatively okay. They do have a buff, which seems to mean they take a lot more critical damage. Now we need a third book, Draconic Compendium, Volume 3. I don't know what happened to Volume 1 and 2, but we need Volume 3. So we gather it, we take it to the platform as usual. Inside the book we go, and this time we're actually met by Senegos, who, if you remember, is the dragon we were helping earlier in the pools. Now we're standing in something there. I can see that's terrible. We're taking a bit of damage. We move out of it. Move out the breath, so that's pretty smart. But we're still standing in stuff. I think we've just realized that we're standing in stuff, and that's why we're taking quite so much damage. Senegos seems to have a fair chunk of health. We're we jumped straight into something there, which was a little foolish. Now we're pyroblasting. We're going to take a little bit of damage, but Senegos dies. Or the ghost of, or the image of Senegos dies, and that's pretty good. So we hand this quest in. It says, my hand is beginning to tire from taking so many notes. I think it's time we took a break. So we hand that one in. And we have now a follow-up quest, which is Pop Quiz Advanced Rune Drawing. Still aching to get to the Headmistress study, eh? I suppose I can let you. As long as you prove that you've been studying, proper rune formation is essential when it comes to spellcasting. If you can draw a rune, you can cast a spell. I will provide outlines for you. You simply have to use your feet to trace the runes. So we do the first one, and you can see we get these sort of triangle of circles appear. And basically we just have to run around in them, and as we do, it fills them in with this sort of purple fire. In a weird way, this kind of proved a little bit tricky. Maybe my mouse sensitivity was a little low. What that meant is when I was trying to strafe and mouse turn, I was actually running out of mouse pad space. Sounds like a terrible problem, as you can imagine. Which is why things are a bit jerky and why I keep stopping and starting. This time we got a load of circles to do, and it's being filled in by more traditional orange fire compared to the purple flames. So that's the second one we've done, and then we are presented with a sort of an interlacing circular pattern. We didn't quite get that first circle right, but never mind. And I don't think I can quite figure out the best route to do these. This is where my sensitivity really starting to cause me problems. I'm trying to do 3 really tight circles. But anyway, we continue on. We've got one more circle to complete. So we draw that. This guy just ran in doing the one quest, and that's it. We can hand that one in. It says, exemplary work, young Ear Mage. Runes like these, you'll be graduating in no time. That leads us nicely onto the quest, the Headmistress's Keys. I have a suspicion you are avoiding your studies, but I can see you're anxious to see the Headmistress. Very well, Headmistress Azure Moon can be found up ahead, though I doubt you will enjoy being interrupted. So we have a couple of choices of rewards. We'll just check them over. We'll accept the quest, and then we'll go to speak to the Headmistress. See if she is happy to see us. So we ask, I would need to lead me to the Tidestone of Golganath, to which she replies, what? You're aware the Tidestone chamber is under quarantine. It's been so since the very day of Prince Ferondus' betrayal, correct? I say one of the instructors mentioned that, yes. To which she follows up, you're also aware that the infringement upon said quarantine carries punishment as severe as death or even detention, correct? I was not aware of that one. So we tell her we're not aware. She doesn't seem best pleased. Teleports to the middle of the room, and I guess she wants to fight. So she starts using abilities on us. Punishment, detention, all this sort of stuff. It's not great stuff. It's not really how I remember being at school at all. There was certainly less combat. Silences us. We kind of get away, and she's turned into a... well, it kind of looks like a banshee. She's dropping stuff on the floor. We're having to move out of that. Trying to kill her. She's at about 33%. We're rooted again. Should be okay. Nearly dead. Only a little bit more health, and there we go. She wanted to protect the Tidestone, but it's failed. So we leave the West Wing now. Head back to where we started. I think we may, at the top of these stairs, actually be able to see Filch and his cat. I mean, he's not called Filch in this, but the character that is portraying Filch and his cat, yes, there they are behind. And we can hand the quest in. So the completion text here is she gave you her key. My word. So that was clearly a surprise to this guy. We hand it in, and he has a follow-up quest. The Tidestone Shattered. I suppose you can go in then. The shattered piece of the Tidestone of Golganath are contained within the Academy's eastern wing. Even as creator, I cannot attest to their condition, as I have not been in to inspect them many millennia. Oh, young Ear Mage, please do not touch anything. So we head off to the east wing, sorry. We've equipped our new braces. And it seems we have a slight pickle, as there appears to be some specters down here, or spectral students. And the Tidestone of Golganath have been destroyed. I think we have to collect, is it 5 pieces? 5 shards? Yep, so we collect our first one. We can see we have to complete there the orb, the orb at the back there. We need to get that. There does seem to be quite a lot of the shards easily accessible without having to go into combat. So let's just grab them. I think we just about realized, yeah, there is more spectral students in the sky. So we want to be a little bit careful not to aggro them. We spin out of this weird sort of crystal pool that we've ended up in. And we're contemplating getting this piece on the right. Probably can't get that one without fighting. So we just run in and kill that student. Which is a little bit of a concerning thing to say. And we got our last shard there, so that's 5 out of 5. Unfortunately, the core that we need is being defended by this last mob, so we go and we grab it. You notice the reflection of something sinister upon the core's surface. And we get frozen. And it is, of course, the Naga, who have zoomed in. Brainless gnome. That's a little bit cruel. I wouldn't say we're completely brainless. We have pretty much managed to graduate all the Warcraft Hogwarts here. And we're going to get turned into a slave. It's kind of upsetting. Cutscene. Oh. And we awaken here, surrounded by Naga. What's that in the distance? It's our good friend, Ferondis. And he blows away one Naga, and the other Naga slowly meets his demise. Well, thank you, Ferondis, for saving us, that is for sure. We're chained in, and we'll have a quick chat with him. Okay, so the quest, save yourself. Of course, I couldn't sit back and let them cart you away. I will explain everything. Excellent. So into Ferondis' memory we go. And we are back on the bridge outside the ruins of Narthalas.
I could not simply wait while you fought my battles.
So Ferondis has a bit of a change of heart. No longer willing to just sit outside and wait. We got a couple of abilities here. Turns out they're all pretty powerful, so we're going to blast our way through these Naga. Fortunately, we're not getting any XP for this, which is pretty upsetting. As we...
when I saw those two Naga with you in tow.
Make sure that prisoner
There's me being towed behind.
Yes, my mistress.
Off I go.
Followed them as closely as I dared.
I'm stuck on there something. It's unfortunate. But as for Ferondis, we set off to rescue me. I would definitely rescue me, so that's a good smart plan. We're trying to avoid any mobs we can, but we can't avoid this one. Fortunately, Ferondis' abilities are pretty powerful, so we can... Yeah, we use this fiery rain
I
thing.
would attack the Naga leaders and save you from captivity.
And now we fight this Naga. I can't remember her name. I'm sure it's not important. It's definitely not important. Athissa? Is that right? Yeah. So she runs off. And there's nothing we can do about that. But we are going to follow Parjesh as we attempt to rescue ourselves. Or as Ferondis attempts to rescue ourselves. Keeping an eye on this giant to the right. Wasn't sure if that's going to be slightly troublesome. We have a Naga here. Just obliterate him. And we got two. Call in the... yeah, that's not a problem at all, is it? I wish we had Ferondis' power all the time. Because it turns out he is certainly powerful. And we have reached the cave entrance. Or the slave pen. And who is it that we meet?
At the entrance to the cave, however, I ran into an old acquaintance.
Ferondis, my most loyal subject.
Queen Azshara.
That voice.
I'm sorry, you must not recognize me. Is this better?
Queen Azshara, you... the Naga?
Poor deluded Vermondis. Don't you remember? I quashed your rebellion 10,000 years ago. Do you remember how powerless you were to stop me? And look at you now, a specter of your former self, cursed to an eternity of undeath and ineptitude. I'm giving you an opportunity to kneel before me, Princeling. Maybe something can be done about that little curse.
To release my people's curse, to redeem myself, and secure my legacy. The people of Azuna were and always will be.
So it's time to fight. So we take the fight to Queen Azara, but as you can see, we got a lot of misses. She turns out to be slightly more powerful than we intended or expected. But anyway, we count as winning. Maybe just because Ferondus has faced his fears and redeemed himself, I don't know. But we use all these abilities and it does really very little. But she disappears and we can enter the slave pens in a final moment to try and rescue ourselves. We have a couple of Naga to defeat. This one, I think, bugs. Yeah, he does. He shoot him once and he doesn't come and fight, so we just leave him. And these are the two Naga which we defeated earlier. And we're left asking, what happened for Rondus? We pick our reward, and we get a nice little upgrade,
I believe you know the rest
which is
of the
good.
story.
And we do know the rest of the story, yes, because we
We are
just
cursed
lived
to
it.
spend eternity as ghosts.
So now we have a follow-up quest. The Head of the Snake. These Naga have the Tidestone shards. They will soon be dragging them into the watery holes away from our reach. It'd be wise to take out their leaders before that happens. And we're going to get some upgrades
Trust in anyone,
for our
especially your leaders.
artifact. I think it may be an arcane upgrade, unfortunately, which means that it's going to be a small upgrade, not a huge one. Of course, do a little bit of mining. We'll take our free XP. Big fan of that. And we can now leave the slave pens, and we're going to go meet. I think we meet Ferondus there. Slightly over to the east in this area. We do also have a bonus objective there, which will be good for the experience. So I'm a big fan of that. But here we meet the two Athissa and Warlord Palmage. Now he escapes. We fortunately have a ally here. There is a lot of mobs, so we'll do what we can. We blink away. I'm gonna try and nuke down the boss here. We've been rooted, and then we get hit by a AoE ability, and we're stunned, and this is no good at all. Trying to get out, but we're still stunned. We do move out of this main ability. We've also got aggro there of Athissa. Do a better job this time of moving out of our ability because we're not stunned, but we are taking now damage as we are our primary target. Fortunately, we are actually doing the bonus objective here as well. You can see that ticking up on the right, mainly from all the ads. They do all escape though, as once Athissa has died, they are no longer interested in sticking about. Yeah, we have progressed slightly on that, so that's good. And now we go hand this quest in. You killed Athissa. That is to say, you and my people. My people, they fought for us. But Warlord Parjesh has escaped through the portal with the Tidestone. You must pursue him and retrieve the Pillar of Creation. So we got to pick our reward. We got a slight upgrade to our staff, or our artifact. Yeah, it's not a staff, is it? It's a one-hander. It's good. And we get a follow-up quest. Eye of Azara, Wrath of Azara. Warlord Pomage ran into the magical vortex just ahead. He's returned to the island far off the shore of the east-southeast, where Queen Azara is staging more of her forces. The Queen is beyond angry because we opposed her. Even now, she is summoning a monstrosity known as the Wrath to exact revenge on our defiance. drown the Broken Isle. We must defeat the wrath of Rashara before the Queen lets it loose. Now, we will not be doing that quest because it is a dungeon quest, and we don't tend to do those. I don't think I even read the text when I actually recorded this, but now you know that was what we were being sent to do. We're now going to blast through the bonus quest. We nearly fought a giant there, which would have been pretty disastrous as, well, it's elite and we'd have destroyed. We are looking at these Murloc hatcheries as they turn out to give, I think, in the region of 5% progress per one. And they're a bit easier to kill than the Naga. Somebody here is in combat, so I think we just jump in and try and get some free progress. We're a little bit confused because on our map we can see a node, but it is hidden in that magical, magical effect on the floor. We do find it. It's not herb, it was a mining node. Correct myself. Now we're fighting another Naga. Fortunately, someone else is also, so it dies really quickly. We're just under halfway by the looks. We're now looking for things we can loot, so and more Naga to kill. As you can see, there's a couple more hatcheries on the left there, which we'll be looking to destroy, as they are pretty good for this to continue. It doesn't die immediately, so I think we're going to use Fireball. Fireball does not do it either, but it does tick our mastery in as enough to finish that. Yeah, we'll just Fireball these down. Nice and easy. Turn around. Another Naga to defeat. We don't want to fight those turtles because I believe turtles are our friends. Another Naga. Let's see if we kill him. Should be nice and easy. We're past halfway now. We do have a proc there, 225% Pyroblast damage, but I'm guessing we will not get a attack off. We loot these spears, or tridents as they are. We think it's going to increase our progress, but it doesn't. It actually just gives us a ability down there. You can see appearing on the left. I think, if I remember correctly, it does a chunk of damage, and it does more damage the more health the target has. So using on an elite, for example, does a lot more damage than using it on a regular mob. We've just realized that. We chuck that spear, does 31,000 damage. Takes the giant near halfway. So we go and decide to try and finish it off because we figured the giant will do a pretty good chunk to our progress bar. I think maybe in the region of 10% when it actually dies. It does take a little bit of killing. This Tauren doesn't really seem in the mood to help us. We get low health warning. Shield is still on cooldown. We can blink and get a new one. Oh, do we blink? Yeah, we do. We blink for a free shield, but we actually pulled another 2 Murlocs. The giant dies, as does the Murloc that was chasing us. But then we have 2 more to kill. Fortunately, we've got that shield from blink, so we should be okay. We're already moving on. We don't think it's a problem. But yeah, we do conjure and eat. Now we can't use food, and we're a little bit confused why. But it's just because we're floating. Can't eat and float at the same time, of course. We're pretty much done. I can't read the exact number there, but we only need maybe 1 more kill to finish up. We got a monk there. Is it a monk or just a Pandaren? Oh, that mage just defeated it, and we gathered that trident, and that does take us to 100%, which is good news. We have a mining node though, so let's grab that. I think we can't remember how much XP we get, but in the region of 119,000, I think, which is definitely pretty good going. We have a couple of things to hand in here, so we're gonna go and try and finish off. So I think we're gonna do the quest where we had to rescue the night elves. So yeah, this was the first one. Fortunately, somebody else is doing this quest, so we were able to jump in and fight. I'm not quite sure what this is. It's like a jacked up Naga, isn't it? Oh yeah, we fight him. Fortunately, he doesn't have a great deal of health because somebody was already fighting him. We do ding there, which is nice. So we got a level. we move on now. This is where the Murlocs were had captured or were guarding the Night Elves. So we jump down to fight them. Now, I think, fortunately, a Demon Hunter appears to assist us, which is good because I guess Fire Mage struggles slightly when multiple targets. Our strength is probably more single target. Might be completely wrong, but that's my understanding at least. We mount up one last time, and we're going to go and try and get the last couple of Night Elves. But as we arrive, we see somebody flying away. I think it was a Warlock by the looks, because I saw a Void Walker just fading away. And unfortunately, that means that the mobs we need are dead. So we're going to just have to wait a minute or two for them to appear. The Demon Hunter who's helped us previously appears. He's been a useful ally in these quests. Just waiting around. We're checking out some bits. Yeah, not much to say at this point. Waiting for them to spawn. Hopefully it's not too big a time to respawn. I'm looking at the timeline on this video and see a little spike on the audio coming, so I assume that's when we go into combat. Any second now. I think I slightly underestimated how quickly this is moving along. But they are coming. Oh, yeah, here they are. Oh, it turns out I was wrong. No, I was right. It was the spike. So we have a couple of Naga to kill. We only really kill one of them. The Demon Hunter does the rest. And that frees the last of the Night Elves. So we mount back up and we will go and hand these ones in. And this was the quest Back from the Dead. Over 10,000 years to see mother and father again. The Elven Mage is at a loss for words. Thank you. Thank you. So we're just checking out which rewards we have. I think it's a trinket we're going to get there, which I don't think we want because we obviously have the heirlooms. But never mind, we'll take it because I think it's the monetary value. 36,000 XP, so that's not bad at all. And yeah, we are closing up there. We've done all those quests in this area. And I think next time we're going to go south here and do some arena pit fighting quests. But as always, thank you for watching. Apologies for this slightly strange version of the video. And until next time, I will see you again soon. Oh, it's gone black. Never mind. See you later.